Hey everyone, and welcome. Today, we are diving into a really powerful idea. What actually makes faith, well, alive? We're going to see that it's way less about what you say, and so much more about how it actually grows and blooms in your life. So yeah, let's jump right in.
So let's kick things off with this verse from Galatians. It's basically saying that all the external stuff, the rituals, that's not what really matters in the end. Instead, it all comes down to this one phrase, faith which worketh by love. And that right there, that's the key to this whole thing. It tells us that real faith isn't just something you have, it's something you do. It's active and it's powered by love.
This gets you thinking, right? I mean, plenty of people say they have faith, but what's the actual difference between just saying it and having a faith that's real, that's vibrant, that's genuinely alive? Well, to help us get our heads around this, the text we're digging into gives us this amazing analogy. It asks us to picture a garden. Seriously, this simple image is the key to making it all make sense.
And this, right here, just lays it all out so perfectly. A living faith, it's like a healthy plant. You can literally see the life in it, you know? The sap is flowing, it looks fresh, you see new buds and flowers, it's full of energy. But a dead faith, well, it's just like a dead plant. Sure, it might still be sitting in the soil, but there's no life, no growth. It's just a deformity, really, just taking up space.
So, the source we're looking at has a name for these signs of life. It calls them religious vigor. Now, don't let the fancy words fool you. It's not some complicated idea. It's just the outward proof that something real is happening on the inside. It's the buds and the blooms, the kind things you do, the obedience, that show you're really connected to the source of life, to Christ.
And the text is super direct about this. It says if there are no signs of life, no fruit, no kindness, nothing, then it's obvious the connection to the vine just isn't there. It makes sense, right? A branch that's been broken off can't possibly produce anything. Okay, so nobody wants to be a dead plant, right? So what do we do about it? How do we actually cultivate our spiritual garden and make sure our faith is the living, blooming kind? Well, it turns out the recipe is actually pretty simple. It boils down to two essential things, faith and love. And these aren't just fuzzy feelings. The source calls them powerful working elements. You can think of them like the sunlight and water for your spiritual plant. They're the ingredients that make everything grow strong, so we can carry on Christ's mission in the world.
And here's the best part. It's not some crazy, complicated process. It all starts with simple faith, just trust. Then, that trust naturally leads to obedience. Not because you're scared, but more like how a kid follows a parent they love and trust. And then finally, that faith and obedience just bubble up and come out as love in action. And when you get these simple things working together, the trust, the obedience, the love, well, something absolutely incredible starts to happen. We're not just growing a nice little plant anymore. We become part of something so much bigger.
We become laborers together with God. I mean, just let that sink in for a second. Our simple, everyday acts of love, our living faith, they actually make us partners with God in what He's doing. We get to help tend His garden. So what does that even mean, to be a laborer with God? It means we get to be one with Christ. It means we take the gifts He gives us, faith and love, and we use them to help people, to be kind, and to continue His mission of love, right here, right now.
And this is so important. The source points out that this is for absolutely everyone, especially for young people. You don't have to be a grown-up to be a laborer with God. Nope. Every single time you choose to be kind or you obey your parents with a good attitude, you're showing that religious vigor. You are being a healthy living plant in God's garden.
And this quote just hammers the point home. We tend to think that faith has to be this big, complicated, intellectual thing. But the source is saying, no, you can't put a price on the incredible power of just simple trust and simple obedience. This path is open to everyone, at any age.
So what's the end game? What's the beautiful flower that blooms from all this gardening? It's the perfection of our character. By practicing the simple, active, loving faith day in and day out, we grow into the people we were always meant to be.
So, as we wrap up, it all comes down to this one question for you. If we're all laborers in God's garden, what are you going to help grow today? What one small act of love or simple act of faith will you plant to make the world just a little more beautiful?